Now turning back to the serious situation unfolding right now in the Caribbean. At this hour, Hurricane Beryl remains a Category 5 storm. Now for some context here, folks, this is the earliest Cat 5 on record. Right now, Beryl's charging towards Jamaica after decimating the windward islands. This is some of the video we're getting in showing the wind there. So far, at least 2 people have been killed. Let's go ahead and bring in meteorologist Chris Mulcahy. Keeping an eye on the tropics. I mean, this is awfully early to see a storm this strong.
2 months ahead of schedule, Ben. 2 months ahead of schedule that we usually see our first major hurricane. Also, Category 5s don't usually happen this time of year. The last time that we did this, 2005, that was the year of Katrina. Let's get right to the big info. The most recent update was at 11 a.m. Now it's going to be at the point every 3 hours there'll be an update. Once it gets within 24 hours of Jamaica, we're going to really see these hourly updates. The peak this morning was 165 mile per hour winds. Now it's 160. Once it goes to 155, it's a strong Category 4, and that's likely going to happen a little bit later on today. Winds at 140, still a strong Category 4 hurricane. But then once it drops down below that 130 mark, then we're going to be talking about Category 3. That's still a major hurricane. And the way that this works is this is going to be the rotation. So it goes counterclockwise. So once the winds line up with the direction it's going, that's called the dirty side of the storm. So that means the southern part of Jamaica is not only going to have the strongest part of the hurricane, it's going to be the strongest part of a major hurricane. This is a deadly, deadly storm, and I hate to see it this time of year. Thoughts and prayers for Jamaica over the next 24 to 36 hours. It'll be much weaker still as a hurricane, likely passing the Yucatan Peninsula and then moving into the central parts of Mexico as a tropical storm. This is going to be a historic one, and the way that it's shaping up could be our first retired name of 2024. Of course, we won't find out that for about another year or so. We're just beginning the season where Category 5s have only happened 41 times since 1924. So the last time, Emily, 2005, is a name that refused to be retired, but that hit a peak of 160 mile per hour winds. By the way, 165 mile per hour winds, that ties for the 25th strongest storm any time of year, regardless of the time. So it's only twice in history that we've had this happen in July. Let's focus in on the good. It's today. The pick of the week is today, where high temperatures are stuck in the mid to the upper 80s. You're going to be begging for a day like this a couple days from now. Yes, the 4th of July is super cool, but it's not going to be cool because temperatures are going to be thriving, jumping up about 10 degrees from where they're at today. 84 in Hickory, 76 near perfection for you up in Boone. We're picking up a few upper level clouds. We'll also have a mix of a few more clouds by the end of the day, but all in all, a sunny to a mostly sunny one, where by the middle of the afternoon, 86 feels like, guess what? 86. That is not something that I'm going to be mentioning over the next few afternoons because the temperature is going to be skewed because of how humid it's really going to be. Lows over the next 4 mornings. It was cool this morning. It'll be cool tomorrow morning. Then temperatures are right back to the lower 70s where we reasonably see them this time of year on Thursday, and then the mid 70s on Friday and Saturday. So our hour by hour temperature forecast for tomorrow, it's starting to feel a little bit more roasty. Temperatures back into the lower 90s, and yeah, winds anywhere from about 4 to 8 miles per hour. But our dew point forecast, this is the big one. It's going to be thriving, jumping up to that air you can wear status by your 4th of July, and we'll stick that status heading into the weekend. That also correlates with our rain chances, where Friday and the 4th might have an isolated storm, but it's really Saturday through Monday that you have a scatter to a likely chance for these storms. So here's what it looks like. Popping up a storm or two. This is 1 o'clock on the 4th. Maybe a quick downpour, but most of the areas you can see should be just fine. So you're going to be unlucky if your grill gets poured on, but if it does happen, it shouldn't last long. That's the good news. So our Guy Roofing 7-day forecast shows that we have to be weather aware for excessive heat and humidity Thursday through this coming Saturday. Still a chance for storms heading to early next week.